Alright, welcome back to another episode of Game Crafters, where we are actually recording this on a Friday. Surprisingly enough. And no, it's not 4:10 on like a Tuesday. Technically it's a Saturday, but it's 4 in the morning. So yeah, we finally have recorded an episode of this on a Friday. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like and subscribe for more. So, I got a lot of stuff recorded today. This being included means that we now have 4 things recorded. So the only thing left now is Terraria Nukem Edition. Which all we're doing now there is just building the Eternia Goblin farm, basically. Or farm. Arena. Not a farm, it's an arena. And, yeah, eventually we will be doing a few of those to try to get some stuff. I don't even know why I'm explaining this to you. It won't be until a while before that becomes, or not a while. I don't know why the hell I keep trying to talk when I keep making the mistakes and whatnot, but here we are. Anyways, yeah, we still haven't made progress on the It's only been. We recorded this on a Tuesday, I believe. And I barely had enough time to record it because I also had to get a bunch of other stuff done with. So at the end of the day, I was still kind of getting a bunch of things finished before I could get to this. Which means, no new voice logs have been made. I want to get back into doing that. I have to get back into doing that because we're almost done with Croc. I'm actually surprised of how quickly we're getting through the levels. I was over here thinking, the hour seems like it might not be enough for most of the levels that I'm going to be coming across. But turns out we're still doing fine. Like, the next Croc episode has one very tedious and annoying level that we had to be forced to endure. That one sucked ass, but that was only because it was tedious, and it gave me more lives. If that's any indication as to what to expect during that episode, then yeah. Other than that, not a lot of it was as bad as I thought it was, and I was over here thinking my brain was remembering something very terrible that actually was in this section, but it's not. So that's good, I guess. It might still be. I don't know. I'm not sure. I just don't remember some things being as easy as it is. Like a Mandela effect, right? You think you remembered stuff because I guess this isn't really spoilers in this instance, since the episode is already out. So if you want to watch the episode, go to, what was it, episode 6 or something? Something along the lines of that. Yeah, episode 6. Yeah, episode 6. I'm over here thinking that the swinging ball thing, is, actually a tightrope with the swinging balls not going back and forth, but going spiraling. That's what my brain remembers for some reason, and it was in the desert. But that wasn't the case. And I'm over here wondering, how the hell was this so hard? I mean, yeah, the tank controls are also a thing. That was a thing in, but with the analog controls, it's obviously made easier. So I'm over here trying to figure out, why do I remember this particular part being that? And I just don't know. It's the same thing applies with the gears in the second island. I'm over here thinking that there's a large gear section with a few gears in here and there, and there are a decent amount of them. And I'm over here okay, if it's not this one, then is it later? It's not. Matter of fact, we don't get more gears until the castle level, which is weird. It's strange, though. Like, you're first introduced to gears in the Iceland, or the Snow Mountain area. But then you don't see any more of it until the last island. So yeah, all things considered, it is definitely weird Mandela effects going on with that game. I feel like I feel like the thing that I remember that's going to be a pain in the ass has yet to come. It does exist, but we have not gotten to it yet. I feel like that is what is about to happen. And then I'm going to be like, it's been here this whole time? But I don't really fully know yet. I have no clue. We haven't gotten to it yet. Won't be getting to it till next week. And then, well, we'll see what happens. Gaining achievements is definitely going to be interesting. Though there is this one thing that I'm not entirely too sure of that is kind of confusing me a little bit. There's a bunch of legendary achievements in the secrets department that I have no clue what it means or what it's like. Because when I look up the achievement list, I didn't see any achievements retailing or relating to that. As like a 1 point, or 0.1%. Yeah, I could just fucking show you it. Oops. Right here, my progress so far. This is what I'm not sure about. This legendary 0.1. Maybe this is like collect all the achievements, but if for some reason it's duplicated by this much. I don't know what this is. You're seeing this, right? Yeah. I have no clue where any of this stuff is. I guess it doesn't really matter right now. We'll just see what we can do about 100%ing the game, and then once we've done that, then Borderlands begins. I gotta start working on a thumbnail for that, but that, unlike Terraria, shouldn't take too long to get made. Maybe like a few days. Depends on how long it takes to draw a psycho. The ROTC cat's pretty freaking easy to draw. It's like less than an hour I can get the ROTC cat drawn. It's one of those creations that just do not take that much effort to get made. Let's make sure. Are you 4? I think you are. Even if you're not, I can change you to 2 and we'll... Okay, good, you are. So yeah, that's going to come up soon. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get through the rest of Croc. Because right now we only got like, what is this? Potentially 3 episodes left, depending on how long it takes for me to get these achievements. One of which is going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. Which I think I have to do at least a few times. I gotta like look back and remember, did I do this without getting damaged by anything in this level? I guess I have to go through the Fight Night again. Neptune, obviously. That son of a bitch. I think that one's going to be a pain in the ass because you have to not take damage, from what I've seen, in the boss level. Which means I have to somehow get to this stupid frickin' bastard. And then, of course, oh god, everything's lagging. Are we good? Everything's good. And then, of course, aside from that, I gotta do, well, that one easy one that we can do, no problem, but, yeah. That one's gonna be a pain. Yeah, I think I went through Itzy without taking damage. I think I have to go through that again, because I got damaged by the penguin, I think. I don't remember. But either way, I go through the ones that I do remember. If I don't see it proc, then I'll go through the ones that I'm like, I might not have done this one without taking damage. Possibly. Needless to say, that's probably going to be a pain in the ass achievement to get my hands on. The ones without collecting crystals or killing enemies should be easy if I go down the right levels in the grasslands and whatnot. So yeah, that's something we get to do when we get to the end of the game. Do achievement hunting, and then after that, well, obviously the end. Now, apparently that they said that they're going to make like the second game at some point. I think, when they get enough information that, or enough sales that people want another Croc game. Hopefully it has. And yeah, well, I'd like to see 2 remaked. Those are the kind of games that are just, it's not really going to be that easy to get your hands on unless you know a thing or two about emulation, and I don't know a thing or two about that. So having a nice way to get it while also having some achievements to work towards, it's good. It's a good way for me to get that, at least. And if we keep on supporting them, they might just even make a new Croc game. Hopefully. One would hope. I do wonder if there's a way to mod it too. Because having like an actual editor for, a level editor for Croc would be pretty cool. Because the levels themselves seem pretty simplistic. So, like making new levels and getting new textures, if you have like access to some things, theoretically shouldn't be that hard. Though, I don't know entirely how we could go about doing something like that. But if we could get our hands on that, then we could make some cool looking levels, maybe. Possibly. I'd say why not? Because I like the idea of being able to make my own levels. Well, if we ever do get to a point where we could do something like that, I have at least some ideas in mind, like a factory. Factory would look pretty cool. And especially if we can make it like here on the computer and not on like an old system like the PlayStation 1, we can make it seem a hell of a lot more full of stuff, which I think would look pretty cool. So it's not a bad idea. Oh, I mean, why not just release an editor version for people who want to make their own levels in Croc? No. There we are. All right. Yeah, that seems like a fun idea. I would hope they would do something like that, but understand. I mean, maybe not like new Croc, but like old Croc level editor. To make a Croc game using the current stuff you have while also allowing you to, I guess, what's what I'm looking for? You make your own textures and whatnot. Import your own textures. That's what it's called, and this is importing. Would be nice. Though I'm not really expecting that to be the case. It really feels like level creating based stuff is just not utilized as much as it used to be in the past. Anybody remember Mod Nation Racers? Now that was a good game. She used to spend hours staying up late, like way late, making stuff in the mod editor, making your own mod character, whatever the hell their names are. Making your own characters, making your own tracks, making your own carts. We just don't get that anymore nowadays. Nowadays, it's just corporations are so goddamn greedy and profit-driven that they would scoff at the fact at giving the players a means to create their own levels. Because they wouldn't be getting paid for that, right? They wouldn't be getting any money from the levels that you made. No. I don't even know when's the last time we had something like that. Apparently Sonic World, whatever you call it, has like customization, but I'm not entirely too sure. I'm not entirely too sure. But yeah, no, it feels like such a long forgone art. Not what I would call it. A long forgotten thing that we just don't have anymore nowadays. Now, part of me would like to see if I could create my own level editor for Paint Maze. But I feel like with Paint Maze, if I have like 999 levels, what ideas are people going to have to create that haven't already been kind of made in some way, shape, or form? Even getting to the point of trying to create all 999 levels would become painful. But we got a lot of potential combinations and stuff to work with, so it's not like there's a dried well for this kind of stuff. Still though, it would be cool to have something like that. I just need to figure out how I'd be able to actually make it work. Because it's like, there has to be some kind of system in play to kind of save the stuff that you've created. In some way, shape, or form. It would have to be set up where there's like numbers or something across a board, and each number represents certain aspects of certain things or something. So there's like 2-digit numbers across a 23 by 23 board. And those numbers determine what gets created in that spot. And then when you have those numbers saved, that information is then used and placed within its own little custom level hub. Like, as cool as that would be, I feel like that would have to be like a free expansion kind of thing that I make at a later date. And, free as in, you don't have to pay for it. Because obviously, why pay for level editing? You can just have it for free. I mean, I could probably put one thing here, right? Where is this at? I'll leave this part openish. But yeah, I do believe I can create something like that. It'll be a little bit of a pain to figure out the logistics behind it. Because basically you would just have to have like a row, and no, you can't get 23-digit numbers though. There's definitely gotta be a way, right? How would that work? Unless, yeah, but having to like save a bunch of variables would be a pain in the ass. And there's like double-digit worth of stuff to put there, so it wouldn't really work out that well. Well, that's not something I need to think about right now. Right now, my main focus is just building the actual game. No point in putting an editor in when the game itself is far from finished. You know what I mean? I do like going through this whole building process, though. Just wish I could go a little bit quicker. 40 minutes. Okay, so we're still doing good on time, surprisingly. Yep, still doing good. I guess I'll put that here. Where exactly is everything here? Right. So does that mean we want a mountain here or what? I don't think a mountain's going to get in the way if it stays like this big, right? So this should be relatively fine. Cool. Rotten. Whoops. No, let's bring it to 15, I think. Great. Also, it is surprisingly cool out today. I'm glad, because I'm getting sick and tired of all this heat here, so I don't need the fan for anything right now, which is great. Still wish it wasn't always hot. I don't like the summer. Honestly, the winter is more preferable for me than the summer, especially during my current living circumstances, where the winters are warm thanks to the being on a second floor, as opposed to the summers as hot thanks to being on the second floor. Needless to say, if I were to have to take between the two, it would definitely have to be winter. But if I were to have a choice, spring, mostly because I think spring is about like a bit more warmer than the fall. So it's not like really that cool. But it's not that cold either, so it's not like the worst feeling in the world. So yeah, that's my take on that department. Really, I mean, when it comes to finding conversational topics, having like a whole week to just think of some stuff, not really think of some stuff to talk, just naturally have it come to me, really. And just to do some conversation here so that this is not all just dead air of me just building this. You know, some people might like it. Don't know who you would be. But yeah, no. This used to be what, what was it called again? Art Time was. Remember Art Time? Yeah, but we haven't done that one in such a long time. We kind of just stopped doing Art Time because, as soon as we got this new place, that's when we stopped doing that. And I guess they kind of served their purpose at that point, right? Like, for the most part, they showed you how I made stuff. You saw me work with the pen tool. You saw me do all that stuff. And, at some point, it just becomes a pain to try to keep up with coming up with more conversations. Because it is very difficult to come up with more conversations. And I think that's kind of like what the downfall of Art Time was. And because Art Time, we had more frequent videos of that made just due to certain circumstances. Of course, nowadays, I kind of just prefer to create and draw while I'm just in my head doing what I need to do. It's not entirely, worst thing, especially when I don't have too much to talk about. I kind of don't have that much to talk about as is. Throat's getting a little bit sore. I mean, I have been recording for God, how long has it been right now? Prague was almost an hour, but we managed to not go past that. Of course, Sonic Adventure 2 was 30 minutes for the Chow Garden raising alone. And then 2 hours of Minecraft. 2.5 actually, because we were building a gate that took 2.5 hours, and that episode's already out, so you can see me build the gate now and see me go insane trying to figure out how to make that XOR gate work. shit. It was such a pain to figure that out, I tell you what. Eventually, I figured it out. Eventually. But at the cost of having the gate take like a second to open up. Not a second exactly, but it took its time. Oh shit, I just remembered something. I gotta remove the Minecraft hotkey end thingy before I accidentally end this. Okay, it's gone now. I'm working over here with the numlock button, even though page 1 isn't N because numlock is off. I'll turn that back on. Can you see that? Shit! Shoot! It's fine. You didn't see anything. Don't look at it, YouTube. Also, I don't know where I should move all this shit, because when I'm trying to click certain things, I keep fat fingering. This is why I have this here instead, because I kept fat fingering this while I was looking at references. Can I get, like, larger? Whatever, I don't care. I like how I just did this like that didn't, like that actually helped. Ugh. Stay back here still. I don't want you constantly opening up when I'm doing stuff in terms of looking at references. I don't even know what you saw. I think just some person... Hold on, let me look. Some person I talked to on Discord. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, though. Geez, it showed a lot there, didn't it? I mean, you guys already know. If you see my DeviantArt, you know. So to me, it's more so just for them, you know, that person. But you don't know who they are. Why would you know who they are? You don't care. All you know is that I like that stuff, and even more than that. Though I will say, hold on, I'm gonna go to this. Why is this fucking full screened? I still didn't get an answer about is this one of IO's games. This is one of the things that I have right here. This right here, the Crust Them All, what you call it. Apparently one of their things, I think one of their games is going. I don't know why these corporations do this. Also, streaming mode is on. I don't know why these corporations do this. They have this game, then they get rid of it. Then, wait, what the hell happened? Did I just build the whole... But, what... How the fuck did I let this happen? It's fine. You know what? Here, I can fix this. I can fix this. All I need to do is move this, first of all. This is what happens when you're just not paying a fucking attention. I'm doing this in quadrant space for a reason. That reason is obvious. It's to make sure all of this shit is where it needs to go. In the place of where it needs to be. I don't know what else to say. I'm tired. I'm so fucking tired. I'm too tired. Yeah, I can bring this back. I'm going to adjust some stuff here. Of course, some of you's got to be that. I could just be a bit more enclosed. 12. Yeah. 11. No, 13. Yeah, good. Alright, that's fixed. Now I just need to do the same thing for this side, which is... Not going to be that big of a problem, thankfully. The 12, I think it's 12. Yeah. I think this one's 13. Yeah. And I think this one's 13. No, 13? No. Wrong one. Wait, no. This was 14. I think we fixed it. I think it's hunky. Well, not yet, actually. I need to bring... No, I need to bring this back. And then I need to bring you over here. Okay, good. Crisis averted, folks. For the most part, I think. How much time is left? Still half an hour left. Still a half an hour left. You know, doesn't YouTube have like an editor thing? Couldn't I possibly edit that out so YouTube doesn't get pissed off at me? Because, you know, I had my Subscribestar linked here, and they got really angry for it. I might just be able to do that. Maybe. Maybe I can edit a hand over it. I don't know. Well, we could just go on ahead to my YouTube channel right here and manage videos and see what happens if I don't know, edit this thing. Look, there's me. And here's, all of this. Yes. Interesting. Alright. YouTube doesn't have to get pissed, because YouTube doesn't need to see it. But you know what I'm into regardless, so no shame here. I ran out of shame a long time ago. It is more so just for the fact that this person doesn't want to be visibly out there for everyone to see, even though there's nobody here. Barely anybody watching this. Literal void demons watching this. And they don't know how to comment. I do kind of hope I can edit a hand over that, because that would be hilarious. Could this be the start of me editing videos? Ooh. To be the first edited thing you see here is me editing a hand over me, putting my hand over the screen, thinking that would help. Lixian, edit me putting my hand over the screen, and you just see Markiplier's giant hand on the screen, preventing you from seeing shit. I mean, that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Imagine I can actually get an ROTC cat avatar to help me out. My own. And it would work too, because it's an ROTC cat. I don't know, I didn't really see too many options for editing there, but, you know, it'd be fun to try. I don't think I need to worry too much about the Crush Them All Discord. That one's basically just, whatever. It's a game Discord. You're not going to see fetish art there, I don't think. Well, we have seen porn at one point because of some crazed bot, but that was dealt with quickly. We even had, what was it, banjo music stopped playing, placed as a meme there. It was a Team Fortress 2 engineer just doing. So yeah, that was funny. I was the one who did that. Well, I guess I'm just gonna put this as 21 and put this as 25. I mean, I guess we could bring this up like this, right? This part doesn't matter that much, though. Okay, where is this going? So from here, the river starts to bend upwards, right? That's where that's at right now, right here. Yep. Good, great, fantastic, fantastic. This at least means now I can go on ahead and get this going where it needs to go. 17. Five. Does it keep going straight? Ah, foot fell asleep, damn it. Wasn't paying attention. Ugh. You can hear me pattering, trying to wake it up again. You can even probably hear stomping. Ugh. God damn it. Alright, I think we're good. Ugh. Okay. Oh. No. Go this way, and then we will go 1 here, and that should be good. I guess this will probably... What? How was I gonna do this again? I don't remember. I don't even know how much time I have left. 23 minutes? It really feels like time should be going way faster, but we are actually getting a lot of progress done with here. The amount of time it takes to get most of this taken care of, which is, you know... It is what it is. Whoops. Oh god, more... Why? Stop falling asleep, you piece of shit. Now my leg is trying to fall asleep. God damn it, I gotta move around. Just move around until it stops. Been sitting here for too long, I think, maybe. Been recording for a lot. Understandably speaking, we're trying to get a lot of stuff done with. I want to get a lot of stuff done with so I can finally get more progress done on other things. And I've been sick and tired of not having a Saturday to work on shit, so we finally got the ability to do so, and I'm taking advantage of it. Ugh. Okay. Oh, well, that's annoying. Maybe it's fine. What if I did like 5? 5 again. Do another 5 here, I think. Cover this up. And then we should be fine if this is at 7, 9. Okay, good, great, fantastic. This keeps going in this direction, but I think that's necessary. We'll go ahead and have like a 17 here. We'll make this one smaller though. And we'll try to bring it down to 1, I think. Make this one 5. Actually, let it keep going. 1 for 1. And we can have like, no, wrong 2. This 2. This here. Oh god, lag. This here. And 5. Yeah, that here. Should this be out further or no? I guess that's fine. A nice little overhang like this is good. I don't know what this is going to look like. There could be a mountain here, but if there is, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be like more inwards, I guess. Yeah, well, that's pretty far away. I don't feel like doing that. Let's move it. Oh god, there's a lot to work on this one. Oh fuck. Okay, let me find an odd piece. Surely there's an odd piece needed somewhere around here. Like right here. God, there's so many evens apparently. Why is there so many evens down here? No. Do this, do that, 2. No. No, there. Now get more evens. This over here. Get some 1s. Some 3s. Good, great. Now, okay, well this is an even. I didn't want an even, I want an odd, but there's still some evens I can use here, so that still works. No, give me the even, or odd, number, thing, bitch. 15. 17. 41 minutes have passed. Cool. Well, you are a bitch. But also, this needs to get filled in, apparently. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. This kind of does need to be filled in to get this to not be the way it is. Which is fine. This doesn't need to have anything else here. Okay, can I get a regular old 1? God, the camera is just all over the place here. I swear. It's fine, everything is fine. Oh. That's where you're supposed to go, never mind. Still fine now. Still fine. Yine. And you're just going to be 25. 11. Oh, damn. Got that right. Boom. Bossum. Now I just got to fill this in. Now the question is, how much time is left? 16 minutes. Would we be able to get that done within 16 minutes or no? Maybe? Question mark? Well, I need some evens of you. I know I need an even of you here. I know I need you, and I know I need you. You look like you're odd. As for the bottom here, that didn't have anything, so that should be fine. This one should be 7. 7 go again. Oh, several 2s. And even more 2s. Good. Okay, that helps. I think that one's a 5. On top of that, yeah, there's that. There's this. And this. And I think that one's a 4. Yep, I was right in that department. I am getting a little bit tired, though, so there's a good chance I might call it here. I say a good chance, and I'm not sure yet. I guess it depends on where the hell we're at right now in terms of how long it's going to take to get the next set of this done with. Alright. Make this one a 3. Nice crag mountain. How long? No clue. We have 14 minutes left. Did I get everything here? And there is one thing we gotta keep in mind, though, for this section. Which means I think I need to keep a large majority of this open. Depends, really. Okay, I might possibly be able to get through another one of these. I wonder how many of these we've made so far this episode. But this continues to go in this direction, but branches off more towards the right. That should be easy enough to take care of, I'd say. I think. Water's still here. Great, now we put this over here and then we start doing stuff here. Whoops. Bring this to 3, keep bringing it in until eventually this gets to 1, and then closes off here, I think. Nice. We got like 2 of these, right? We got a river here, a river going there, a lot of rivers. Yeah, that's what this is. A river that then leads into an inlet, I think you'd call that. Right here, here. Here's where we are. Keep going, just keep going. Hold on. That one is 7. And make this one like a 3, I think. Now at that point, we can definitely have this go in more. And that's kind of like the idea with this one. Give me a 7. Yeah, that one should be fine. Closing off most of this if possible. Boom. Bring that up. One more. Yeah. Almost. Okay, and now this part. Not sure how this is gonna go. I guess let's just make this 25 for now and bring this 0. Or maybe instead of that, we make this like 17 and bring this in here, and then just bring this one down so it covers in that space. So then we could take like this piece here. Just continue going outwards like so. Let me see if I can't make this one wider. So like 11? That should work. I don't think most of that's going to matter too much. So now we're going to have a bunch of this here. Probably will go here in this direction. Maybe make this like a 7. 5. Cool. And then we just branch this out a bit more. I guess why? I guess until eventually we just do this and make this one a 7. Yeah, that works. That works for me. And what works for me will work for you. And work for me and you. Stupid together. I don't know where the hell we went with that one, but coolios. Ah, fuck. It's fine. I can deal with that. I'll grab one of these bigger pieces and turn them into what they need to be turned into. Mountainous bits. Another extension of the mountain. Make this one like a 3, I think. We don't have to worry too much about the positioning of most of this. Just the same as we probably don't have to worry too much about the, what you call it here. Alright. Let's try to have it be more on this side so it feels a lot more, you know, larger. No, don't do that. Okay, how much time is left here now? 7 minutes to get the rest of this done with. Seven. Shit. Well, I need to get in closer so this is not a pain in the ass to move around in. Okay, I was about to say, surely there's an odd. There's usually always an odd. Just make it even. Alright. Yep, you're also 4, apparently. Maybe make this one 5. This one obviously is a 2. But that's not going to work for this one, but maybe it'll work for this one. Yes, it did. I'm sure one of these is a 4. That one is. Cool. Save. Continue. Oh, man, I am getting tired, though. Let's try to get this done with. We're getting there slowly but surely, but man, am I tired. Five. 3. 2. 3. 5. This one is a 4, and this one is a 6, but this one is a 3. 4. 6. Alright, so far everything looks great. Let's get the other side now. There's a 7. I'm sure we have an odd number here. Yes, 3. This one was also a 7. I probably could have just left this here, but it's fine. Now give me an even. This will do. I'll put you down here. And I'll put you here and make this a 6. Make this one a 5 and make this one a 1. Oof. Seven. 5. No, 5. I think that one's a 4. And even then, that one's definitely even. 4. 6. 4.5 minutes left. Okay, now there's this little part here. There's a few of these things here. But it's fine. We can get these in. As then we'll obviously call it there. Once this is done, of course. And then once that's done, I can go to sleep. Wake up. Eat. Maybe even try to go for a little walk. And then eventually record Terraria. Not really eventually, I'm gonna get to it. It's just, you know, stuff and stuff. I feel like this should definitely at least be more, you know, lengthy. Though I have no clue how long this is going to take to do, or not brain malfunction. I have no clue how much any of this part matters. But it's here. It's here and it's doing its thing. Like, I don't think that side matters much in comparison to mostly everything else, but I think some of it does matter to some extent. That needs to have a block there. This is fine with this. Oh wait, isn't this just basically another one of these now? Now that I think about it, yeah, no, never mind. It doesn't need another block. It just needs to have one. No, it just needs to have one of these. Like, no, three. Who needs one of these? I think that's a 5. I think that's still a 5. We have a 2 here. We have another 2 here we can grab. And another 3 we can grab. No. Good. And this one, I think I could basically just do this and it's still fine. And now this one's just a nice flat top mountain. Now the question is, did I get everything? I'm not sure, and that's why we gotta check. For the most part, I can get rid of all of this though, so we can get this out of here. Right? What was that? No, that was just the red arrow I saw. Just a red arrow I saw. So now that leads us with what, if there's any? Nothing really. Yeah, a nice little mountain here, which I do kind of want at least a few of these about. Not too many. I don't think these are as important. Or, yeah, like one of these here is fine. And 5. I'm not using as much of those as I possibly could, but, you know, whatever. Alright, I think that's it. So what do we get done with today, I wonder? I think it was this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not bad. Most of it was mountains. But that's all the time I have for today, folks. So thank you all for watching today's episode of Game Crafters. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out that their playlist, and of course, previous episode of Game Crafters right over here, and the most recent episode of Minecraft RTC Edition right over here. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode. Later.